The year was the mid-18th century. The Nayakas of Chitradurga, who ruled the heart of Karnataka, were being threatened by the mighty Hyder, a man who wouldn't take no for an answer. But the greatest hurdle that stopped Hyder from conquering the kingdom was the Chitradurga Fort, a sprawling fortress perched atop rocky hills, surrounded by mountain and forest, making it almost impossible to invade and occupy. But nothing stays safe for too long. One fateful day, trouble came knocking. Hyder Ali's forces, frustrated by the fort's defenses, found a secret entrance, a small, nearly forgotten hole in the wall called a kindi, just big enough for one soldier at a time to crawl through. Under the cover of darkness, the invaders hatched their plan. One by one, soldiers crouched low, creeping through the hole like predators. The passage was tight and treacherous, yet they moved careful, hoping to catch the defenses of Chitradurga off guard. As fate would have it, Onake Obbavva, the brave wife of a soldier stationed at the fort, was nearby that day. While filling her pot from a small stream near the passage, she heard an unusual sound, something that didn't belong to the usual hum of the fort's daily life. Careful and curious, Obbavva walked towards the passage. Peering into the dimly lit hole, her sharp eyes caught the sight of something unexpected: an enemy soldier, crawling through the narrow passage like a snake slithering into its prey's den. In that moment, realization struck like lightning within Obbavva, and she realized the fort was under siege, and the passage was their secret way in. But Obbavva didn't panic. She wasn't a queen or a warrior woman. She was braver than many. And instead of shouting in fear, she reached for the closest thing at hand, her onake, the long wooden pestle she had been using to pound grains. And in Obbavva's hands, it turned into the medieval weapon. And Obbavva waited, patient, careful, and above all, silent as ever. And in no time, a soldier crawled through the passage, and Obbavva swung her onake, one swing, a perfect swing, right to his head. The soldier fell, puking blood. Then came the next soldier and the next. One by one, she swung her onake flawlessly, mercilessly, and above all, violently. It's said that she worked so fast and furious that the enemy soldiers didn't even realize what was happening. But with each enemy soldier she struck down, more and more seemed to emerge from the passage. Obbavva was brave, but she was still immortal. Tiredness spiraled along her like a snake onto her prey. Fatigue and the sheer numbers of the enemy had begun to take their toll, and soon enemies surrounded her, and yet she swung her onake against the swords and shields, and she fought till she was struck by the enemies surrounding her. Meanwhile, her husband returned to find his wife struck down and surrounded by enemy soldiers. He was shocked, yet he regained and realized the danger his kingdom was in. He raised the alarm. The forts of Chitradurga unleashed themselves against the invaders, massacring them and saving their kingdom. Obbavva's tale didn't just end with her fall. She became a symbol, a martyr whose courage was remembered and immortalized in the songs, ballads, and stories passed down through generations to this day.